Illegal migration has become one of the main problems across Europe. One of the routes from Africa to the old continent leads through the Iberian Peninsula. The French have had enough of this situation and have started sending uninvited guests back to Spain. The United Kingdom and Italy are also working on new legal solutions. However, it seems that it may already be too late to reverse the changes that have taken place in many Western countries in recent years. The French have taken matters into their own hands. The local police are returning migrants to Spain who are trying to cross from Africa to Western Europe, according to the Spanish daily ABC. Despite not having tickets, the uninvited guests are put on trains heading south. Other methods are also being used. Those who tried to cross the border on foot under cover of night and were detained by French authorities are taken to a nearby gas station on the Spanish side. The whole of Europe is buckling under the weight of illegal migration. Due to the dramatic social change that has taken place in recent years, crowds of Britons have recently taken to the streets of Manchester. There are many more similar demonstrations. Influenced by anti-immigrant sentiment, the government is working on new legal solutions.
Well, the way the law will be drafted, and it will be brought in as part of the Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill, which is currently going through the House, it will have what's called extraterritorial reach. So it will mean that if someone is doing one of these adverts in France and they travel to the United Kingdom, we will be able to deal with them in the United Kingdom. It will be a criminal offence.
Under pressure from the public and the opposition, even the left-wing government in London is being forced to tighten its migration policy.
I'm sorry, I've had enough of this. If you come from Afghanistan, you go back to Afghanistan. End of. This idea we can't send people to certain countries, all the false claims that people make about their own personal lives. I'm sorry, we're done. We're done. We've had enough.
The residents of other European countries, which are changing beyond recognition before our very eyes, have also had enough. This video shows a group of immigrant women in Germany harassing a white woman who went out on the street of her city in what they considered inappropriate clothing. In Gelsenkirchen, Germany, as many as 60% of students are of immigrant origin. As a result, as many as 9 public schools there will serve only halal meals starting next semester. Teachers complain about the scandalous behavior of immigrant youth. This is an excerpt from an interview with a German teacher from North Rhine-Westphalia for the German magazine Focus. "You old whore, I'll smash your head in. Whore, cunt. Shut up, I'll give you AIDS. Shut up, you Jewish whore." Ebel and her colleagues are repeatedly subjected to such insults. And this is Belgium. In Brussels, a group of Muslims decided to have a picnic in one of the cemeteries. The desecration of a burial site also took place in Portugal. European leaders are frantically trying to turn back the tide and find a solution to illegal migration. The agreement between Italy and Albania was supposed to serve this purpose. The plan was that immigrants applying for asylum in Italy would wait for their applications to be processed in transit centers on Albanian territory. However, the Court of Justice of the European Union invalidated the legal basis on which the agreement was concluded. The decision of the Court of Justice of the European Union caused euphoria among left-wing activists. We are very happy that the Court of Justice of the European Union has finally issued a ruling that strikes at the heart of the agreement between Albania and Italy, also known as the Rama-Maloney Agreement, declaring it incompatible with European Union law.
Look at this.
But the right-wing government in Rome is not giving up. The fight against illegal migration is one of Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's priorities. It was on this topic that trilateral talks between Italy, Turkey, and Libya ended a few days ago. Compared to the rest of Europe, Poland has remained a green island for years, virtually unaffected by the problem of illegal migration. This state of affairs is slowly becoming a thing of the past and may come to an end with the entry into force of the Migration Pact. We must mobilize society. We must show that unacceptable things are happening, that we simply want to be at home, which is normal. It is not a crime. It is not a violation of any rules, including the rules of our faith. That is why Law and Justice is collecting signatures for a nationwide referendum that would block the Migration Pact. And on the 11th of October, a large march against illegal migration will take place in Warsaw.